Welcome students, this is another video lecture series of MTH 101. We shall be treating study section 9 today, which is coordinate geometry. At the end of this study section, you should be able to find the distance between 2 points, state the formula for the midpoint of 2 lines, attempt some problems on the midpoint and distance between 2 points, and manipulate various forms of equation of a line. Now, let us start with coordinate geometry. What is coordinate geometry? It is the study of the properties of points, lines, which are represented by coordinates relative to some fixed axis. The axis we are talking here about is x and y axis. It is a system of geometry where the position of points on the plane, a plane, you know, it's just an area that continues without any end. So it is, if you want to locate a point on it, we use some reference lines which are just x and y axis. For instance, take a look at this. This is a point on a space, in a space, and then you have to locate the coordinate of this point. You use the reference lines which I said earlier. The vertical is a y-axis, don't forget, and the horizontal is the x-axis. Now you find the location of this point in reference to the point on y and x-axis, and this will be the coordinate of the point. The one that always comes first is the x, which is the abscissa, and the one that comes last is the y-axis, which is the coordinate. Now this is an example of what I'm talking about. This is a rectangular coordinate system. The point O where the x and y axis meet is called the origin. That is where they intersect. And the point P here, x, y, is talking about the position of this point, the coordinate on the y and the x axis. Like I told you first, the x comes first and the y comes last. Now this is an example. We have to plot the points of P1, 2, 1, P2, 1, minus 2, P3, minus 2, minus 4, and P4, 1, 3 on the coordinate system. Now the coordinate is drawn on the board, and locating P1, 2, 1. This is our point P. Don't forget, x comes first and y comes last. Our x equal to 2 and our y is 1. This is our P1, that is the point P1. Now P2, 1 minus 2, x equal to 1, yes, y minus 2, that is, comes down, and then this is where they intersect, that is our P2. Now P3, minus 2 minus 4, that is a minus 2 minus 4, this is our minus 2, and minus 4. Now this is a P3 and P4, 1, 3. That is 1, 3. This is 1, then this is 3. That is our P4. Hope you understand this, just as it is drawn in the diagram. Now, locate the coordinate. That's another example. Locate the coordinates of the letter points in the diagram. We might not have the illustrate to draw all this, but I think from what is written on the board here, we should be able to locate the point. Now locate the point A, our A, with reference to x-axis and y-axis. Now with reference to line, that is x-axis and y-axis, our A is 1 and y is 5. That is, the coordinate of A is 1, 5. Now B, for B, 5 and 2, that is 5, 2. Now for C, it is minus 3, minus 3. Now for D, it is minus 2, 2. For E, it is 4, minus 2. And for F, it is minus 1, minus 5. I hope you got that correctly. Now, like I said, 1, 5, 5, 2, minus 3, minus 3. No? Now, the distance between 2 points. the distance. Now, like I told you earlier, I said a coordinate is used to locate the point, the reference point of a point on the coordinate system, and with respect to y and z axis. It means if you can locate two or more points on the coordinate system, you can find the distance between them, and you can also find the midpoint between them. Now, for instance, looking at this example, now let's solve it. Now, find the distance between the point 3, 4 and minus 3, minus 4. Now, this is the coordinate, and let us locate the point 3, 4. This is the first point, and minus 3, minus 4. This is the second point. And having known the 2 points now, you can find the distance between them. Now, what you have to do is draw a line like this down to the right, and you draw this one down also to make the figure look like a right angle triangle. And this is 4, and this is a minus 4 here. Now, this is a minus 3 here. This is minus 3 here, and this is a minus 4 here. Now, minus 3, and this is 3. What I'm trying to do is we must know the distance between these 2 points and the distance between these 2 points. Now, if this is a minus 4 and this is 4, the distance between this 4 and here is 4 minus. Now, 4 minus 4, and that is 8. This point and this point now is what we are trying to find now. That is 8, 4 minus 4, and distance between this point and this point will be 3 minus 3, and that will be 3 plus 3, which is equal to 6. Now, distance between this point and this point is 6. Now, to find here now, don't forget this now looks like a right angle triangle, and don't forget your Pythagoras theorem. That will now be c squared equal a squared plus b squared. Now, your c squared now equal a squared. Now, 6 squared plus b squared, 8 squared. Now, c squared equals 36 plus 64, and that is equal to 100. Now, your c will be square root of 100, and that will be 10. Now, don't forget now the distance between this point now and this point, which are the 2 coordinates which we were given earlier, is 10. Now, the midpoint of 2 points, like I told you earlier, I said if you can locate 2 or more points on the coordinate, then you should be able to find the distance between them and also find the midpoint of the 2 points. Now, for instance, take a look at this. Now, to find the midpoint of 2 lines, now, for instance, this is a point Q, and this is another point P, that has been located on this coordinate. Now, this is a distance between them, and we want to find the midpoint of these 2 points now. Now, for instance, let us do first thing. The first thing which we have to do is bring this down and try to know these coordinates, then bring this down to and try to know the coordinate. Now, we don't forget to draw a line like this to make it look like a right triangle, and then what we want to do right now is locate the midpoints between these 2. Now, like I was saying, PQ, point PQ, now let us name this as R. And the midpoint, like I was saying, what we are trying to find, let us call this B. Now, don't forget to have to bring this down to, and bring this like this. Now we can call this point G. Now, what we have to do again is, now we can call this C. Then don't forget the midpoint, which I try to is an assumed point. This point B. We just assume that this is the point. Now you draw a line down, you try to name this, and you try to name this. This is point C. Now, for instance, this now serves as a midpoint. BB is a midpoint. BQ is another half of the line. Then PC is another half. Then CR is another half. Now let's say, for instance, this is a x1 this is x1 comma y1, then this is x2 comma y2, another point. Now we can say our B is xb comma yb. Don't forget, and the distance between P and B will now be what? Xb minus x1. That will be xb minus x1. And the distance between B and Q will now be x2 minus what? Minus xb. x2 minus xb. Don't forget. Now, let us say the first half is m and the second half is n. That is the first half of the line and the second half of the line. Now we can say that PC, the first half of the line over PC over BG, the first half, the second half. Don't forget the first here PC, then the second one BG, equals PB, the first one, over BQ, and that is equal M. This PB equal to M, and BQ equals N over N. Now with this, now you can now say M over N equals M XB minus x1 all over N x2 minus xb, x2 minus xb. If you cross multiply this now, you have M into bracket x2 minus xb, then equal N into bracket xb minus x1. Now, if you have this now, you can open the bracket and have n x2 minus n xb equals n xb minus n x1. Having this like this, you can also try to rearrange, bring the like terms together. Xb, xb, yeah, now you can have something like this. N x2, you bring ns1 here, plus n x1 equals n xb, then plus n xb. Now, having this like this, you can open the bracket. You can open the bracket for here or rearrange. Now you have arrange mxb plus nxb equals nx2 plus nx1. Now xb as a common term, so bring it out, n plus n equal, there is no common term here, we do it like that, ns1. Now with this, now you can make xb the subject of formula. Xb the subject of formula. This, I will have to clean this. now xb equals mx2 plus mx1 all over n plus n. Now this is the formula for calculating the midpoint of 2 points in the coordinates. Now if you are given 2 points like P and B, all you have to try is to insert, having known m and n, be given the ratio, and then you insert. That is the formula. Now let us go. Now that is everything that has been done on the board. As you can see, that is the formula. Now if you also want to calculate for y for the y coordinates, now all you have to do is exchange or change where you see x2 and x1, then you put y2 and y1, and then you have it like that. Then the coordinates of the point dividing the line p1 x1 comma y1 and qx2 comma y2 internally in the ratio m and n. Don't forget I told you you'll be given, now will be mx2 plus n x1 all over n plus n, then my2 plus n y1 all over n plus n. That is for the internal division. Then for the external division, because a line can be divided internally or externally. Now for external division, it is going to be minus. So what you do is where you see plus sign, you put negative sign when the line is divided externally. Now these are common, so let us take an example. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of the line segment joining the following pairs of points a, 2, 3, and 2, 3, and 5, 9. Now let us treat example A alone. Find the midpoint of the line segment joining 2, 3, and 5, 9. Now 2, 3, and 5, 9. Now lest I forget, I told you when a point is on this is the y-axis, then this is the x-axis, and another point is here, and the line is joining them. Now you want to find the line in the segment of the line joining them. Now, this is let's say this is x2, y2, and this is x1, y1. Now, the formula for calculating this is x1 plus y1 all over 2, then x2 plus y2, plus x1, then y1 plus y2 all over 2. Now, your x1 here is 2, plus your x2 here is 5, 2, then your y here is 3 plus 9, your y2 here is 9, and over 2. This is 7 over 2, and this is 7 over 2, and this is 12 over 2. Now you have 3.5 and comma 6. There are 7 over 2, 6, which is also 3.5 over 6. That is the midpoint of the line segment joining the 2 points. That is even the example which I'll be treating. If you follow the same procedure, inserting for 6a, 3b, 2a, 5b, then you have 6a plus 2a all over 2, 3b, which is y1, plus 5b, y2 all over 2, then you have 8a all over 2, 8b all over 2, then you have 4a, 4b. Now let us treat the last example, which is find the coordinates of the point which divides the line segment joining 3 minus 2 and 5, 3 externally in the ratio 1 to 3. Now these are the two coordinates, and don't forget it is the line which divides externally. This is the ratio 1 to 3, n1, n3. Now this is the formula for external division. Don't forget I told you m x2 minus n s1 all over m minus n, comma my2 minus n y1 all over m minus n. Now this equals m, your m is 1, 1 bracket x2, this is x2, 5 minus n 3 x1 3 all over n minus n, 3 minus 1 comma my2, your m1 1. Now don't forget from the question, this second ratio is minus 3. Don't forget that it was omitted. So what we have to do now is put minus 3 here where you see n, and this ratio, this one, n minus n becomes 1 minus 3. Now the second one, let's go to m1 y2 3 bracket 3 minus n minus 3 y1 minus 2 all over n minus n 1 minus 3. Now automatically I have to clean this. Now equals 1 times 5, that is 5, then minus 3 times 3, that is minus 9, times minus, that is plus, all over 1 minus minus 3, that is 1 plus 3, that is 4, comma 1 times 3, that is 3, then minus 3 times minus 2, that is plus 6, then times minus, that is minus 6, all over 1 minus minus 3, that's 1 plus 3, that is 4. Now you have it like this. Now finally you are going to have 14, that is 5 plus 4, all over 4, comma 3 minus 6, that is minus 3, all over 4. Then you are going to have 7 over 2, 14 divided by 2, 7 over 2, comma minus 3, all over 4. Now, that is exactly what we have done, as it is shown in there. Thanks for listening.